Hey, good evening.
Okay, well, I think that's pretty much everyone. Do you know if Gandalf is joining?
Yeah, same
I'll
here.
assume so.
Okay, great.
Uh,
Yeah, you never know who is the mystery number.
He's yeah.
Okay, I guess that's everyone. Well, today it's going to be pretty short, mostly about thinking on the hard fork. I guess you're the one with the most news, block trades.
Okay. So, well, I'll have to ask for confirmation on some of that. But as far as I know, Hive D is we haven't found any real new problems this week. When you're doing the testnet stuff testing so far, I saw that you made a commit to fix the progress reporting overflow error. But other than that, it was pretty minor, and I don't think anything else has come up as a problem. So as far as I know, Hive D is looking pretty good. What I don't know exactly is the status. I know Inertia was setting up a test net with, I think, going to connect it to 10-man so that we could basically inject data from like the main net and for testing. But I don't know where that's at. So we'll have to wait for some response from him on that, or maybe other people are working with him on that. So most of our time on Block Trade's team has been spent on HiveMind this week. We've been basically adding more tests for new API for the APIs, and then fixing problems as we find them there. And we'll kind of be continuing that this week. And then I guess on major tasks we've been doing there, we ran another HiveMind sync after some more changes, and that just completed today because it's a long process. It takes several days to finish, and we found one error there, which hopefully we're going to fix today. We're going to see. And then beyond that, we've got two kind of major tasks going on in HiveMind at this point. One is the reputations implementation. We have a trial implementation, but it's too slow right now. So we're going to try to improve the performance of that this week. And the other one, which we're working on, and I'm not sure exact. I think this is kind of in the middle on this one, which is notifications. Notifications got broken as part of the Eclipse update, and so we ultimately just decided to re-implement it. So to basically be more space efficient, and so we'll see how that goes. That'll be continuing this week. That work. So that's about it as far as where we're at. So as far as where that leaves us going forward, I think we definitely should. We're going to set the hard fork for the 22nd rather than the 16th at this point, because I think we need. I don't expect we'll have a full API node ready until at least next week. And by full API node, I mean Hive plus HiveMind, so that apps can do full testing. So given that we won't have that, I don't think until at least next week. We need to give apps enough time to test and be sure there's no problems with the full API node. So that's why I think we're going to change the hard fork date. We're going to set it officially, hopefully today, to the 22nd, or tomorrow, probably to the 22nd. That's pretty much where things stand now, I guess.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I'm wondering if we shouldn't, like, while we're at it, just give app developers more time. Because if HiveMind is going to be, I don't know if all the app developers are ready to like have a crunch week and have everything ready in 1 week.
Yeah, I mean basically that's certainly a question. My hope is that we're going to have it well tested enough that there's just not likely to be any problem. And by that I mean if we have the API tests passing solidly, then there shouldn't really be much for apps developers to do, because basically everything should work pretty much like it did before. Of course, it's questionable if we'll have enough tests to basically cover everything all the apps do. That's certainly an issue. I think that most of the apps changes, though, should be really minor, even in the cases where there's a problem. I'd still like to shoot for the 22nd, and if obviously we can always walk it back if it turns out that apps guys are having problems during that time.
Yeah, I guess during the actual if we deploy an API node, and I guess the app guys will find out very quickly if there is an issue or not. So
Yeah, we'll have and then we'll have a good feeling for just how significant the issues are too, and if it's going to be a problem to make the 22nd.
So the idea would be to deploy it on the 16th.
Yeah, I guess another point is even if the apps guys finds a problem, I don't think that it's going to be a problem that would be a problem for Hive D itself. I don't see any changes likely for Hive D at this point.
At this point, Hive D has been pretty well tested thanks to a few witnesses. So there's one test that we didn't quite manage to do, which is the full flow from hardfork 22 all the way to hardfork 24 when we tested 23 to 24. But apart from that, it looks pretty solid.
Do you know anything about the state of the 10-man base testing?
I looked at it a bit. Apparently, it's up, but I don't know if it's actually a full testnet or not.
Okay.
I mean, by that I mean if it has all of the if it's actually broadcasting all of the data
transactions. Okay, well, yeah. So I guess we need to check with one of the guys on that testnet to find out.
But yeah, apart from that, in terms of testnets, I guess we are basically ready for all of it. We just need to finish out a HiveMind to deploy a very big HiveMind thing. What would be cool would be to generate dump files, because I know you guys have a fully synced HiveMind node. If you could provide dump file, that would speed up quite a few.
Oh yeah, you mean for syncing, for someone to sync up? Yeah. So right, I mean that definitely will make sense. I think when we're ready to do that. I mean, the one we have right now doesn't make sense because we're still making changes. But once we have one that's ready, I think that that would be Gandalf. I guess it would be handling that. So we'll leave it to him to answer on that.
So Howell, I was curious, did you still plan to do a testnet where we implement all the accounts prior to a hard fork? I saw that you did a write-up on that, but to create accounts which will be modified on the hard fork.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned when I said we didn't do the full test when we do 22 to 23 to 24. Basically, I ran into issues where basically it's quite hard to get testnets that's 2 hard forks back in time. So I spoke a bit with Gandalf, but I didn't really get back to him on that. So yeah, apart from that, everything else looks good.
Well, so you're talking about going through 2 hard forks, but I guess I'm more wondering just about. I think what I assumed what Roland was asking is just if we had basically a testnet that has all the accounts in it, so that we can basically inject transactions from the main net into the testnet.
Oh, well, that would more be the 10-man one.
Yeah, that's the 10-man one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant the actual accounts that you that were hard forked away.
No, I think he's talking about just all the accounts in the blockchain, so we can do like a big test.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be done with 10-man, and I think we'll probably restart it when we get the full nodes, because most of the interesting testing will be done through calling the APIs, etc. So for that,
well, I mean, I think just injecting transactions itself would be useful. So I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, in that sense, I think the 10-man one is already running.
Okay. So, yeah. So we need to. Go ahead, Roland.
22nd, wouldn't it be too short a notice for exchanges to upgrade?
I don't think the exchanges are going to need much time at all, to be frank. Basically,
we promised them 2 weeks, but if that's going to happen, we will have to let them know today or tomorrow that we are setting the release and give them code to run. Otherwise, we would have to postpone the fork by another week.
Yeah, I don't see any problem at this point with giving them code. I think we've got a pretty solid in terms of Hive D release.
To be fair, they just need to run Hive D, so that's fine. On
yeah.
their end. We just need to be rock solid on the actual date. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
Because once we
I
give
don't.
it to them,
I don't think. I think 22nd is pretty solid.
so when is it? It's a Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's assuming we'll the app developers will have the crunch time on over the weekend right before, so that's fine. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, it was a short one. Unless you guys want to add anything, it was mostly to sync on the actual progress.
I have one question. If you expect the hard fork to be deployed on exchanges on 22, I guess you mean 1 week before you consider Hive is rock solid enough to be run on nodes.
You mean HiveMind?
No, Hive.
Yeah, I think Hive is rock solid now.
Yeah. Does it mean that witnesses could deploy Hive on their production node?
Yes.
As soon as we change the hard fork date.
Yes.
Which is not the case.
Yes, we need the official release of the code with target to.
Right, which we're thinking
the actual.
sounds like a day or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but we assume that code is ready right now.
Yeah, basically. Just need one
Okay.
commit, which will be easy. Which time should we aim for? I don't remember at which times we used to do them. I guess something that's where all of the witnesses could be awake would be interesting.
So you probably missed the hard fork time today, right? Because I'm not sure
I think
about
he means
you,
the
but
time
I'm.
of day, I think.
Yeah, I'm already running Eclipse code on my mainnet node, but with one that's isolated from the rest of the network. So I executed hard fork today. It was 1 hour ago. It's 14 UTC.
Yeah, I guess why not?
Yeah, I know you're confused. It's mine isolated node. Yeah, but 14 UTC is the usual time that we are doing that.
Sounds good.
Or it was 16 UTC?
I'm looking at the code and they do it at, yeah, it's 15 UTC. Yeah, so 15 UTC is early for US, it's afternoon for Europe, and it's late night for Asia, so that's fine. Yeah, okay.
I mean, whatever close to the current time we are talking is, I think, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the previous hard forks, and they all run at 15 UTC, so I'm guessing they... Oh no, before we were at 16 UTC, but yeah. It looks like they all run around that area, so that's fine.
Okay, so if I summarize things, it means that you will release an official version of Hive with the correct version number.
Yes.
Yes, it'll be 1.24.0.
When do you expect to release it?
Today?
Probably today or tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
I guess I'll make the commit so that.
Okay, and we can start to deploy it on the mainnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't do anything for now, of course, but on the bright side,
it'll do what it's always done.
Yeah.
But your main node will.
Now, note that you would only want to be using this for your consensus node. You wouldn't want to use this for an API node, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because I already have one Eclipse node running but not producing.
Yeah.
So my question is, when will we be able to produce?
Yeah, the one we put out, the one which probably it'll be tomorrow, will be, you can use it for production.
Okay.
For producing blocks,
okay.
But not, of course, for serving API.
Okay. I have a few more questions about HiveMind.
Okay.
Is it worth building it now and replaying now?
No, I would wait till next week.
Till next week.
Yeah.
Okay, because I see a lot of changes and I said to myself, okay, it's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you would be wasting your time, I think, right now.
Yeah. Okay. That's all for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else with questions?
Cool.
Okay.
I guess
That's
that's it. Okay, great. I'll make the commit in a few seconds. It's going to be fast anyways. And thank you all for coming.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Have a good day all. Bye.
See you at Hard Fork.
Thank you.